Okay, guys, this is Moshe coming to you from Israel and the Galilee. Well, the UK and America hit the Yemen Navy base, or a Navy base, if you want to believe Yemen really has a Navy to speak of. They hit it. This is very, very recent news, so we don't know what the damage was yet, but I expect it was substantial. This is the third time they hit Yemen. I think they're up to about 150 missiles they shot at Yemen. I think for impact, of serious impact, 5 to 800 missiles would only begin to start scratching the surface. I think before it would over, counting bombs and missiles, you'd probably need to be several thousand, like 4 or 5 thousand, to really get significant damage. A child dies every 10 minutes in Yemen. You see the children, they walk around, their skin and bones. Yemen's like Hamas. They devote all their money and efforts into martyrdom and jihad stuff. And, let's kill this person or kill this or that. They don't have any humanitarian interest in helping their sick and their poor, and they don't care about that stuff. It's all about war. They are showing movies where they're practicing attacking Israeli settlements and taking hostages. They're running around with AK-47s. This is what we're dealing with here. Another bunch of crazies. Biden is saying, we'll keep it up if they do, that kind of dialogue. Israel, there's still some fighting in Gaza. It's a different type of fighting than it was. It's not as intense. It's more technical, I guess you could say. It's dangerous. Lebanon is again the same, border skirmishes, rockets near the border. The big news today is the Houthis, of course. Everybody's watching that. Now they're commenting that the other Arab states in the region are allowing the American and UK jets to fly in their airspace when they attack Yemen. So this is probably Yemen getting agitated and probably or possibly considering this as grounds for attack against these Arab states. This I don't know, but it looks like it's moving there. The big threat now is Djibouti. It starts with the DJ. And America apparently has 4,000 soldiers there, or military personnel. And it seems to be within easy reach of Yemen, and they may attack that. But the United States has like 13,500 troops in Kuwait. And I don't understand why the American people, if they knew about this, why they would want to protect a dictatorship, a brutal, mean dictatorship like Kuwait. I don't understand. They don't know. And they got thousands of troops in Jordan, Saudi Arabia, Oman, Bahrain, Qatar, and UAE. I mean, these are all monarchy dictatorships, and they protect them. These people are completely opposed to anything democratic. They have no women's rights. They have no gay rights. They don't have any policy for immigrants. So, when they go to work, foreigners go to work there, they have to surrender their passport to their employer. I mean, they're not slaves, but they're not what people would consider well treated either. And, these are America's buddies to the point of putting military for free in their countries to protect them. They don't even charge them for this. Why would an American want to fight and get injured or die to protect these horrible places that have no belief in anything resembling democracy, constitutions, or anything like that? These royal families basically have immunity from everything. How are you going to arrest the king? You know, I mean, he's tax free. You know, I mean, think about it. That's what they're putting American soldiers in there to protect. You know, what the heck? And there's 58,000 American soldiers in protecting these countries in the Middle East now. 58,000. And if they got 300 in Israel, it's a lot. So whose side are they on, huh? Whose side are they on? Other than that, I think that's really about it. You know, it's very few rockets from Gaza. They do manage to get some more. Not big barrages or anything, and not a lot of them, and it's very sporadic. Israel keeps finding more and more rocket launches, rockets, missiles, shoulder fire missiles and rockets and rifles and IEDs and bombs and all. I mean, it's the whole place was dedicated to death and destruction. And don't think Yemen's much different. I don't. It's pretty much the same thing. They're making announcements like America wants open war, so be it. You know, we'll give them an open war. You know, they're actively going into a fight against the United States and the UK. The individual firepower of either of these countries is enough to make Yemen a smoking wasteland. Yet they go in with enthusiasm and vigor. Of course, they welcome martyrdom is the only explanation I could come up with. They're welcoming us. The UK is nowhere near the powerhouse of America, and they could demolish that place. You know? So they're going to start causing more damage. And we'll see if they get to use advanced Iranian weapons on sink ships. And, you know, that's going to be a game changer if they take out an American ship and sink it and kill a bunch of sailors. The United States will have to respond to keep the military enthusiastic with the Biden administration and not rebel against it. They're going to have to attack with great enthusiasm and vigor against Yemen for that. The reason they're hitting their Yemen Navy base is they don't want these boats going out. And, you know, they're trying to knock their radar out, which takes their missile capability down several pegs and makes it much less effective. And they want to take out the Navy boats because they don't want them going in these small boats in groups of 3, 4, 5. You know, maybe they put a handful of soldiers in each boat and they attack a ship and cause the ship to come to Yemen or something like that, under threat of being blown up and shot up and stuff like that. So they're preempting more such attacks from Yemen. So what they're thinking of doing is neutralizing Yemen and not really destroying it. It's not gonna work. It's not gonna work. Okay, there was an incident, I think it was in Iran. They found another ship docked up at Iran that was pirated away. Or was it Yemen? It was one of the two. I think it was Iran. Iran is sticking their toe in the water and getting more into these piracy escapades in the area around Iran. They're getting involved slower and slower. Slowly, I should say, not so slowly getting involved. The Mahmoud Abbas, the president of Palestinian Authority, said he supports China annexing Taiwan, and Biden was again reiterating we're not advocating the independence of Taiwan. He's talking out of both sides of his mouth, you know. He's saying one thing and his actions are something else, you know. That's basically the wrap up for the evening. So I send my shalom to those who love Yeshua HaMashiach, and thank you. I'm out.